Afternoon baseball now on the show from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Oakland A's and the Minnesota Twins. Twins baseball starts now. Fernando Romero, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season. And what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. What's the word on him as they try to split the series, Mark?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
And this one's too far inside, ball 2. Romero has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest, because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Gone all the way into the upper deck.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 261 the average coming into action here. 22 home runs and 61 RBIs. 1-1 to count. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He'll check in here at 277. 42 homers and 84 runs batted in. I'm set with the 0-1. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And it's not in time, as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Davis. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Garver corrals it, and that ends the inning. For the A's, Sean Manaea is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, on the mound now is Sean Manaea, the pride and joy of Indiana State University. Low 3/4 arm angle. He reminds me a lot of former Met pitcher Sid Fernandez. Mid to upper 90s fastball, a true slurve. He also has a straight changeup and a funky arm angle. He's really tough on lefties.
Stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2. Now a foul tip held onto by Lucroy. Well done there to record the strikeout. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup is an interesting case study. Because if you're not a big believer in batting average, this team, they're in the bottom third of batting average, so they have to do it a little bit differently. They have to move traffic and drive the baseball out of the ballpark and into the gaps. We've seen that be successful before. Let's see if it happens again today.
Hit on the ground out to short, taken in by Simeon, and that's the second out.
Batting third.
Here's Brian Dozier now. His career numbers against Minaya, he's 1 for 5. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
From the stretch, a changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Standing in, Jesse Winker. First pitch of the at-bat. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning. And that brings up Chad Pinder, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Now a swing and a fly ball. Chasing after it is Rosario. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Yunel Escobar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air out to center field. Buxton giving chase. And the inning is over. The A's. So striding in, Eddie Rosario. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second. And a ball 1-0. Rosario, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, this middle-round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level. And he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Here's Miguel Sano, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in third.
is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Benintendi going back, and it's gone.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. Gets a small piece near the plate. That's a foul ball. 1-2. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And that's the second out of the inning. Here's Byron Buxton now. His career numbers against Manaea. He's 1 for 3. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single. Throw won't get him. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. 1-0 the count. Pulled toward right center field. Pinder on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Downtown Minneapolis skyscrapers as we continue our coverage of Major League Baseball on the show. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Lined into right, a base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
Benintendi aboard here at first with nobody out. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Chapman. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The 1-0 home. Count now a ball and a strike. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
The count was 1-2.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Count still at 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on it.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2. Matt Olson will be next. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. In now, Matt Olson. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First offering on its way. Grounded to the right. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
That was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Standing in now, Chris Davis.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Comes set, and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here now the 2-2. Fouled off. Bases are loaded here. One man out. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Kepler ranging back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Number 43 on the year for him, and it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
This is an example of an inning that just gets away from you. A couple of innocent hits, a walk, and the next thing you know, he's watching them all trot around the bases. You don't always see a lot of runs scored in this sport, but sometimes they can be put up in a hurry.
First time up, he went down looking. Grounded to first. Oh, a diving stop. It's there. He got him. At the plate, Chad Pinder will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Popped him up. Dozier over to his left, and that's the third out. But not before the A's strike for 4 runs, with the big blow being this grand slam. Bottom of the third coming up. It's the A's 5 and the Twins 1. The next twin up, Cesar Hernandez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Ball 1.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
2-1 now to the Twins leadoff man. Now the 2-1. His fastball taken high for a ball.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
The 3-2 pitch. High in the air and deep down the line in left. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Benintendi. He can't get to it. That's a leadoff single. So the Twins put their leadoff hitter on to get the inning started. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases. Now at the plate, Jorge Polanco. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Ready on 0-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A spin and a throw. Spin throw. Gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one. Digging in, Brian Dozier. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. First delivery to him on the way. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Hernandez takes his lead at third with one away. 1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And that one just missed outside.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
In now, Eric Thames, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the 0-2. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Lucroy moving to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Minnesota. They're down 5-1. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Hard hit ball to second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first down.
Now batting. Second baseman.
Into the box now, Yunel Escobar. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And that misses, ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Andrew Benintendi. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that is. Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Olsen will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Here's Miguel Sano. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. Missed with a slider. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. A bouncer to the left side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. Here's Byron Buxton now. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Buxton, or sometimes just Buck for short. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're down here 5-1. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Cal Berkeley product Marcus Semien is the first at bat in the inning. This is line to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Hey, they've obviously locked in on some here. They know this pitcher likes to get ahead, and they've done nothing but be aggressive early in the count. There's another leadoff single to get him going.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
A swing and a ground ball to third. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, you knock that donut off the bat, you look up at the Jumbotron, your batting average is above 300 and still climbing. You're feeling pretty froggy about yourself.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Down the first baseline, and that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Dero. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit were vacated where the first baseman, if he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Shane Carl comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Here's Chris Davis now. She'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
The 0-2 home. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Buxton has a beat on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Next up for the A's, Jesse Winker. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's set, and the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Rosario. He can't get there as it falls in. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Ready for another chance. Chad Pinder, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Here comes the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. Olsen on second, Winker at first, one gone. Line towards center field. That's in there, base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, when the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Lifted in the air to center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
That was a good, controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
Striding in once again, Yunel Escobar. And their runners at the corners now. First offering on its way. Oh, and he straightens him up with a fastball that time. It's ball one.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
And even 1-1 count to Escobar now. 3 runs already home here. Towards second. And this is taken for the out. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. Striding in, Max Kepler.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hit on the ground out to short. Simeon's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Up next for Minnesota, Cesar Hernandez. He doubled his last time through. And he takes ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
A ball and a strike. In the air to right center. Calling for it, Pinder. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, number 11.
Now at the plate. Jorge Polanco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike. Now here it comes. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Twins are set. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Andrew Benintendi. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Half swing that time. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Gary Simmons. It's ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. 2-0.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Drilled right back up the middle. To second for one. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Digging in, Matt Chapman. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch of the at-bat. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Matt Olson. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Two now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And he'll keep that runner where he is, but meanwhile it's 3-0 now. Let's see what they throw Olson on a 3-1 count. 8 runs on 12 hits and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. He likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. Now a throw over. Runners back. The 3-2 pitch gets him looking up around the letters. 1 left for Oakland. Here's Brian Dozier now. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
The second baseman, number 2.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Drilled on the ground is short. Oh, and that's knocked down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. Coming to the plate now, Eric Thames. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Dozier on at first, nobody out. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Stepping up now, Eddie Rosario. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And he lays off there, 1-0. Now the 1-1 pitch is a slider taken for a ball. A fastball right over the outside corner. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And a rather interesting decision here as they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. An intentional walk is one thing. but an intentional walk with a man on first is another. Strange strategy. I don't quite get it.
Lays off 1-0. 2 men are on with 2 men out. In there, 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw it.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. It's still an 8-1 ball. Taylor Rogers comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. First pitch on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Hot shot on the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jesse Winker has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Popped him up. Sano in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. And that brings up Chad Pinder. First offering on its way. In the air out toward right field. Rosario is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. Here's Byron Buxton now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ryan Presley gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. And it's fouled away. The 0-1 on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Now another 0-2. Got him. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. 0-2 here to start the afternoon. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Bounce to first, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Benintendi is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. Digging in now, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted into center field. Buxton has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Yunel Escobar. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Up around the face. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. So coming to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. Here's the first pitch to him. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will stepping into the box, Jorge Polanco. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Skied into straightaway right.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And that's the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Brian Dozier. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Brian Dozier goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Fastball in there for a called strike. Right over the middle, knee high.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. It's still an 8-1 ball for Hildenberger. Enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. So digging in now, Marcus Semien. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Semien in an 0-2 hole here.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Garver has it. And he makes the throw to first. Semien is retired, and there's 1 away. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and 1 strike. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Here's Chris Davis now, and he fouls this one off. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did that.
Ready now, Eddie Rosario, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Number 46.
So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first down. Here's Miguel Sano. Lifetime numbers against Casilla. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Sano has just over 100 career home runs to his credit. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
Mitch Garver is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. 1-2 to the Twins catcher.
Did get the call there, but you can't let that bother. You just have to say, so what, and make another good pitch.
Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. Digging in once again, Byron Buxton. He went down on strikes last time up. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. He pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he holds on, and the ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
9-1 is the way this one ends. The Oakland A's led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Sean Manaea gets his 18th win of the year, the best on the staff. Fernando Romero was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to The Show Nation.